Hi everyone and welcome to Samyans Academy, and in this session we are going to discuss about science previous questions paper from 2024 year. Let us start now. And here we have one question here, right? An iron nail is placed in the solution of copper sulfate. The nail is taken out after 15 minutes. The nail will be found to be covered with, yeah. So which one is the right option? A blue deposit, B brown deposit, C grey deposit, and D green deposit. The answer is brown deposit. Why? Because when iron react with the copper sulfate, what happens here? So iron displaces the copper from copper sulfate. So you will get here iron sulfate and copper. So this copper deposit on iron nail, so appeared as brown color. Okay, and now consider the second question. Consider the following cases. In the first, second, third, fourth cases they given. In which cases the new products will be formed. So to know this, we have one code posocamagil. Posocama, potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, Ma, aluminium, Gil, zinc, iron, lead, H, chop, copper, mercury, silver, and gold, and use this reactivity series. Okay, the potassium is more reactive and gold is less reactive. The more reactive element easily displaces the less reactive element from its compound. Now see here we have the aluminium. Okay, so aluminium, yeah, aluminium is you compare the aluminium reactive with the calcium. Aluminium is less reactive than calcium, so the reaction does not take place. Here you compare calcium reactivity with copper. Okay, calcium is more reactive than copper. In reactivity series, calcium is above the copper, so this calcium can easily displace the copper from copper sulfate and form calcium sulfate plus copper. And see, you see here iron sulfate is there, copper is there, so copper is a less reactive than iron, so it cannot displace the iron from iron sulfate. Next you see your magnesium. The magnesium is more reactive than zinc, so it can displace the zinc sulfate, it can displace the zinc from the zinc sulfate and form magnesium sulfate plus zinc. And in which reaction the reactions are taking place? In B and D cases, right? The answer is B and D. Option is D, you put a tick answer. Which of the following reaction is an endothermic reaction? So burning of coal, decomposition of vegetable matter into compost, process of respiration, decomposition of calcium carbonate to form quicklime and carbon dioxide. Okay, in all this process, the burning of coal required some heat energy, right? So this is a endothermic process. The remaining three processes are exothermic processes. Okay. Next question. The oxide which can react with HCl and as well as KOH to give corresponding salt and water is aluminium oxide, Al2O3. Why? Because it is a amphoteric oxide, it can react with acid as well as base. Juice of tamarind turns blue litmus to red. It is because of the presence of an acid is called as methanoic acid, acetic acid, tartaric acid, oxalic acid. The answer is tartaric acid. Okay, tamarind consists tartaric acid. Next one, consider the following statements about homologous series of carbon compounds. Yeah, in homologous series means all succeeding members is differ by CH2 units, and melting and boiling point increases with increasing the molecular mass. This is also correct. When molecular mass increases, corresponding boiling point, melting points also increases, and the difference in the molecular mass between two successive members is 16 units. No, it is not correct. Why? Because the carbon atomic mass is 12 and hydrogen atomic mass is 2, and this molecular mass is differ by 14 units, but here given 16 units. This is not correct. And acetylene, this is what ethane and propane, these are the successive members of alkyl series, but here given not, so this is not correct. So here which options are correct here? A and B. So here A, option A is matching, so answer A. Identify the correct statement about the following reaction. Yes, H2S is oxidizing agent and SO2 is reducing agent. H2S is reduced to sulfur, SO2 is oxidizing agent and H2S is reducing agent. SO2 is oxidized to sulfur. Before going to this reaction, now you see, so sulfur dioxide is becomes sulfur, right? The sulfur dioxide is reduced to sulfur, and H2S is, yeah, sulfur H2S is oxidized to H2O. Okay, then H2S is, here they given, H2S is reduced to sulfur, SO2 is oxidized to sulfur. This is not correct. Why? Because SO2 is reduced to sulfur. The loss of oxygen is reduction, right? SO2 is oxidizing agent and H2S is reducing agent. Yes, this is correct. Why? Because SO2 is giving oxygen, okay, and this H2S is taking that oxygen and becomes H2O. Okay, the substance which gives oxygen is called as oxidizing agent. The substance which is taking the oxygen is called as reducing agent. So option C is correct. Okay, but option A and option B both are not correct. Next one is, in the given diagram the leaf shown belongs to the which plant, and this is a vegetative propagation. Example for this plant is bryophyllum, and this leaf belongs to bryophyllum plant. Select out the following of a gland which does not occur as pair in human body: pituitary gland, ovary, testes, adrenal. And BCD, and these are exist in the pair in human body, but pituitary gland is a single. Okay, it is not exist in the pair in the human body. Pituitary gland is the answer. Next question. In human respiratory system, when a person breathes in, the position of ribs and diaphragm will be. Okay, when you take the breath inside, the rib cage move downwards. Okay, when you exhale the rib cage move upward direction. In the direction of air only the rib cage moves. Okay, so it's a inhalation process, means when you breathe in, the position of ribs, now the position of ribs expand, the position of ribs expand, okay, and diaphragm moves downwards. Okay, diaphragm moves downwards. When you exhale, diaphragm moves upward, the rib cage get contract. Okay, so which one is right answer? Breathe in, so rib cages are, yeah, lifted ribs and curved dome shaped diaphragm, lifted ribs and flatten the diaphragm, relaxed ribs and flatten the diaphragm, and relaxed ribs and dome shaped diagram. Okay, so here which one is the right answer? Lifted ribs and flatten the diaphragm. Why? Because so the diaphragm shape is like this. Okay, so when you take the inhalation, the diaphragm become from this position to this position, means it is getting flattened, right? The diaphragm moves downward direction, means this curve gets flattened, and lifted ribs and flatten the diaphragm. The answer is B here, matching. Which of the following statements are true about human heart? Yes, yeah, right atrium. Question number 11, you see, right atrium receives oxygenated blood from lungs through pulmonary artery. No, it is not correct. Right atrium receives deoxygenated blood. Left atrium transfer oxygenated blood to left ventricle, which sends into various parts of the body. Yes, this is correct. Why? Because the pure blood, oxygenated blood reaches to the left atrium, finally it goes to the ventricle to all parts of the body. This is correct. B option is correct. And right atrium receives deoxygenated blood through vena cava from upper and lower body. This is also correct. Okay, the impure blood is coming from the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. Left atrium transfer oxygenated blood to aorta, which sends into different parts of the body. So it's not a left atrium, this is a left ventricle. Okay, so left ventricle transfers oxygenated body to aorta, which sends into different parts of the body. So here which options are correct? Only B and C. A cross made between two pea plants produces 50% tall and 50% short pea plants. The gene combination of the parental pea plants must be. Okay, in this plants here we have the 50% tall plants and 50% short pea plants. The gene combination of the parental pea plants must be, yeah, so that answer is capital T, small t, and small t and small t. Okay, why? Because these are the parental combination. You see here capital T you take here, and small t you take here. Okay, now you see 50% all means like this, we will get the four types of combination here, capital T with small t, right, and here also small t with small t, and here capital T, small t, and here small t with small t. Okay, that means here you are getting out of 4, 50% are tall plants, okay, and 50% are short plants. Here denominator character is capital T. Okay, the combination is C, capital T small t and small t small t. Study current voltage graph for 3 resistors R1, R2, R3. Select the correct statement from the below. Okay, so this is what I by V. The slope of this graph gives, slope means the change in current value by change in voltage. Okay, so this will give the 1 by R. That means here slope is less, the R value is more. Here which one has less in slope? R3 slope is less value, means R3 value is more than R2, then it is more than R1. Okay, slope is means nothing but a change in y axis by change in x axis. Here I taken in y axis and V taken on x axis. So I by V gives a value of 1 by R, means here slope is less. If slope decreases, resistance value increases. So R3 has less slope than R1 and so R2 and R1. So here R3 is more value than R2, which is more than R1. So which option is matching here? Option C is matching. Next question. The maximum resistance of a network of 5 identical resistors of 1 by 5 ohm each can be is how much? The maximum resistance of network of 5 identical resistors of 1 by 5 ohm each can be is how much? Okay, you see 5 identical resistors are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and let us say this is 5. So like this we have the 5 identical resistors. Okay, when you combine all these 5 resistors you have to get 1 by 5. Okay, so which one will give you the correct option? 1 by 5 value is nothing but this is equal to 0.2. Okay, so which option will give you the value 0.2? The maximum resistance of a network of 5 identical resistors of 1 by 5 ohm. Okay, sorry. So each resistor has the value of 1 by 5. Like that we have how many resistors? 5 resistors. Let us assume, when will you get the maximum resistance? When you connected in series. Then this is series combination. So this you have to add all these values, 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5. So this will you get 5 by 5. This is equal to 1 ohm. Okay, in the next question we have here, yeah, I will explain this. Now you see, the speed of light in vacuum is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. If the speed of the light in a medium is 2.25 into 10 power 8 meter per second, the absolute refractive index of the medium is. Then what is the formula of refractive index? Refractive index equal to speed of light in vacuum by speed of light in medium. Speed of light in vacuum is 3 into 10 power 8 by, and speed of light in medium is 2.25 into 10 power 8. So 10 power 8, 10 power 8 get cancelled. Okay, 0.25, you just remove this point. After point, 2 digits are there, you put here 100, 300 by 225. Okay, so use 5 table. So 5 6 are 30, and here 5 4 are 20, 5 5 are 25, and use 15 table. 15 4 are 60, 15 3 are 45. So answer is 4 by 3. So your option C is matching. Okay, next one, study the following statements. A B C D is there. A fuse in a circuit prevents damage to the circuit due to overloading. Total resistance in a circuit increases due to overloading. During short circuiting, the current in the circuit abruptly increases. In order that each appliance has same current, they are connected in parallel to each resistor. Okay, a fuse in a circuit prevents damage to the circuit due to overloading. Yes, this is correct. Total resistance in a circuit increases due to overloading. So it's not total resistance in a circuit increases due to overloading, is not correct. During short circuiting, the current in the circuit abruptly increases. So this is also correct. Okay, in order to in order that each appliance has the same current in parallel combination, is it correct? No. In parallel connection, voltage is same, but current is different, right? So I equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3, but current is not same, voltage is same. So here only A and C is matching. Only options A and C are matching, right? Next one, question number 17 to 20, assertions and reasons are there. Carbon reduces the oxides of sodium and magnesium. Sodium and magnesium have more affinity for oxygen than carbon, right? So here question number 17 is there. So here both assertion and reasons are true, but reason is not the correct explanation for the assertion. Carbon reduces the oxides of sodium and magnesium. Yes, carbon has more affinity towards the oxygen, right? So it will take oxygen from the sodium, and sodium get separate from here from oxygen, and similarly magnesium also. And sodium and magnesium are less affinity for oxygen than carbon. Here given the more affinity. So here which one is the right option here? Both yeah, assertion is true, but reason is not correct explanation for the assertion. Reason is false. Assertion A is true, but R is false. So here option C you need to select here, right? So option C you need to select here. Yes, option C is the right answer. So assertion is true, but reason is false. Okay, so next question. The deflection of a compass needle placed near a current carrying wire decreases when the magnitude of electric current in the wire increased. Is it correct? So when current increases, deflection also increases, but here given if deflection decreases, current in the wire also increased. Okay, this is not correct. Why? Because if current increases, the magnetic field increases, the deflection in the needle also increases, but assertion is not correct here. And the strength of magnetic field at a point due to current carrying conductor increases on increasing the current in the conductor. Yes, the reason is correct. So you have to select here assertion is false, reason is true. So your option you select here. So which option is matching here? Assertion is false and reason is true. Option D is matching here. Okay, option D is match. You select the option D here. Okay, the color of clear sky appears blue. Light of blue color has longer wavelength as compared to the light of red color, so it is scattered more in the upper atmosphere. Is it correct? Yes, no. Assertion is false, but reason is true. The color of clear sky appears blue. They given like that. So light of blue color has longer wavelength. You see a VIBGR, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. So red has more wavelength. Okay, the wavelength is lambda maximum, whereas blue has less wavelength. But here given that light of blue color has longer wavelength as compared to the light of red color. This is not correct, right? So it is scattered more in the upper atmosphere. No, it is not correct. So blue color light wavelength is less than red color wavelength. The color of clear sky appears blue. Yes, and here assertion is true but reason is false. Assertion is true and reason is false. You select your option C here. Okay, so here assertion is true, reason is false. Yes. Next question 20. Human female has a perfect pair of sex chromosomes. No, human male has perfect sex chromosome and female has only X chromosome. Sex chromosome contributed by human male in the zygote decides the sex of child. This is correct. But here male has a perfect pair of sex chromosome, those are X and Y, but here given female. So assertion is false but reason is true. Okay, only human male only contribute the sex of the child. So sex chromosomes contributed by the human male in the zygote which decides the sex of the child. Okay, so XX combination gives girl, XY combination give boy. Okay, so here what is that? Here assertion is false and reason is true. Okay, next come to the question number 21. Give one example of each of the following. Chemical reaction shows evolution of gas and change in color of the substance during a chemical reaction. Yes, you can write your, so when zinc react with HCl, okay, so zinc chloride, and you will get hydrogen gas here, liberation of hydrogen gas takes place. Okay, and change in color of substance during a chemical reaction. Yes, so you take any reaction which gives the change in color. So which gives you change in color? You take lead nitrate, okay, so lead oxide, just a minute, I have to recall this. Assertion A, human female has a perfect pair of sex chromosomes. Yes, that is X and X. Reason, sex chromosomes contributed by the human male in the zygote decides the sex of child. Both assertion and reason are correct. This is also correct, this is also correct. But here reason is not the correct explanation for assertion. So here you need to select option B here. Okay. Give one example of each of the following. Chemical reaction showing evaluation of a gas. Zinc plus HCl, zinc chloride plus hydrogen gas. This is correct. And one more reaction is there, change in the color of the substance during a chemical reaction. Give one example. So when you heat the copper in presence of oxygen, okay, so it evaluation heat takes place and you will get copper oxide solid which is in black in color. Okay, this is the example for change in color of the substance. And next one we have question number 21. Translate the following statements into chemical equations, then balance them. Okay, so now you see here we have the hydrogen sulfide, yeah, here we have hydrogen sulfide, gas burns in air to give water and sulfur dioxide. So what is the formula of hydrogen sulfide? H2S, right? So sulfide formula is so H2S is the hydrogen sulfide formula. So this is a gas. Okay, you write here gas which burns in air. Air means you take oxygen, okay, to give water and sulfur dioxide. So water is H2O, sulfur dioxide is SO2. So water in liquid form, sulfur dioxide in gaseous form. Okay, to balance this, yeah, here we have the two oxygens, here we have only one oxygens. Oh, here also we have the two oxygen, here we have one sulfur, two hydrogens, but here we have the three oxygens are there. To balance, in the right side you see, in the right side we have here, the right side we have here one oxygen is there. So here two oxygens are there. Okay, so to balance the oxygen, just you put here 3, make the oxygen number 6. Okay, to make the oxygen number here also 6, just you put here 2H2O, here 2SO2. Now oxygen number becomes 6, and here we have 4 hydrogens on product side, but here we have 2 hydrogens. To make the hydrogens equal, just you put 2 here, 2H2S plus 3O2, 2SO2 plus 2H2. This is the right answer. Okay, the next one is silver bromide, AgBr, silver bromide. So which is in solid form, salt it is. When you expose in the sunlight, so it will give silver, gray color, silver you will get here, and there is evolution of the bromine gas. Okay, so here we have only 2 bromines on product side, you put here 2, and reactor product side also, here we have the 2 silvers, just you put here 2. Now this is the balanced chemical equation. Okay, next question, name the blood vessel. So name the blood vessel which brings blood to kidneys. So that is what, renal artery. Okay, renal artery. Why is nephron called is a basic filtration unit of a kidney? Why? Because the nephron filters the blood in the kidney, removes nitrogenous waste and uric acid from it. Okay, that's why we call it as a basic filtration unit of kidney. Write the role of tubular part of the nephron in urine formation. So write the role of tubular part of the nephron in urine formation. So the answer is select. Okay, Mendel crossed around a yellow seeded pea plant with a wrinkled and green seeded plants, and now you write here yellow, so that is a round and yellow. Okay, this is cross linked with the green wrinkled seed plants, RR YY. Okay, so in the first generation, what type of plants, what did the plants of F1 generators look like in terms of shape and color? And again, when you cross pollinate of F1 generation plants, in F2 generation, what type of plants of characters you will get? Okay, this is your question. And in F1 generation, what type of plants you will get here? So I am seeing here F1 generation. You see here in F1 generation, just you write like this characters RY, RY, RY. Okay, then you see in this generation you will get capital R, small r, capital Y, small y, capital R, small r, capital Y, small y, capital R, small r, capital Y, small y, capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. So in F1 generation, all the dominant character is capital R, and dominant character also capital Y. Means in F1 generation you will get all same types of plants, right? So of plants, dominant features of its parents you are getting here. So all are spherical and yellow seeds you will get. Okay, what type of plants you will get in F1 generation? Round and yellow seeds. Okay, so round and yellow seeds you will get in F1 generation. Again, when you cross pollinate again these plants in F2 generation, so what type of plants you will get here? Again, just you cross pollinate again these plants, just you see like this, capital R Y. Again you just cross pollinate these plants, capital R small y, small r capital Y. Okay, small r small y. Similarly, just you do this and just you do this, how many types of plants you will get like this, capital R capital Y, capital R small y. Okay, just a minute. Okay, okay, so small r capital Y, small r small y. Okay, so what type of plants you will get here? So in the first generation you will get the all same types of plants, right? Capital R capital Y capital Y. Okay, here capital R capital R capital Y small y, and here capital R small r capital Y capital Y, and here capital R capital Y small y. Okay, so next here also capital R capital Y small y, capital R capital R capital Y small y small y, and capital R capital Y small y, capital R small r capital Y capital Y. Okay, so here capital R small r capital Y capital Y, capital R small r capital Y and small y. Here capital both are small r's, one capital Y, another one also capital Y, small r capital Y small y, capital R small r capital Y small y, capital R small y small y, small r capital Y small y, small r capital Y capital Y. So like this in F2 generation. In F1 generation all yellow round seeds you will get in F2 generation. So here we are getting 9:3:3:1 plants, right? Round and yellow seeds. So here 9 plants are yeah, round and yellow seeds you will get, and 3 plants had round and green seeds, round and green seeds, and remaining so next 3 plants are you will get your wrinkled and yellow seeds, wrinkled and yellow seeds, and next one plant we have here wrinkled and green seeds. Means here you will get 9:3:3:1 type of plants you will get in the F2 generation. Okay, and this is your answer. Next come to the question number 24. Use Ohm's law to determine the political difference across 3 ohm resistors in the circuit shown in the following diagram when key is closed. Okay, so here we have to find out the potential difference across the 3 ohm resistor in the circuit shown in the following diagram when key is closed. Okay, then here use Ohm's law to determine the potential difference across the 3 ohm resistors in the circuit shown in the following diagram when key is closed. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so you find the total resistance first. R equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3, 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 1 is 6 ohm, and voltage is how much? 2 volt. Okay, and your current value is same, right? How much current is flowing through this circuit? So that is I equal to V by R, so which is equal to 2 by 6, which is equal to 1 by 3. Okay, I equal to 1 by 3 ampere. Then we need to find the voltage across 3 ohm resistor. Okay, so voltage across 3 ohm resistor. Then how do you find out voltage across the 3 ohm resistor? Voltage across resistors total current into resistor value. Okay, so current value is 1 by 3 and voltage across 3 ohm is 3, right? 3 get cancelled. The answer is 1 volt. Okay, voltage across the 3 ohm resistor is 1 volt. Next question number 25. A person suffering from an eye defect uses lens of power 1 diopter. Name the defect of vision minus 1 diopter. So name the defect of vision and list its two causes. State the nature, converging or diverging, of corrective lenses. Okay, so here we have the minus 1 diopter means that is the defect is myopia. Name the defect of vision and list its two causes. State the nature of converging and diverging. Okay, so this is a myopia defect, and also we call it short sightedness. So for this we have the two causes, right? So list two causes. One cause is excessive curvature of eye lens, and second one is elongation of eyeball. Okay, these are the two reasons. First reason is excessive curvature of eye lens. Next, second reason is elongation of eyeball. State the nature, converging or diverging, of the correctiveness. So you have to use your diverging lens. Okay, to correct this sight you have to use diverging lens, and this is your answer. What is presbyopia? Name the type of lenses used for the correction of this defect. State the nature of the upper part of such lenses. Okay, what is presbyopia? And the answer is the power of accommodation of eye lens usually decreases with aging, and the person finds it difficult to see nearby objects comfortably and distinctly. Okay, so to name the type of lens used for this correction of this defect, that is answer is convex lens you have to use. Bifocal lens, if the person has myopia also, use bifocal lens, or convex lens. State the nature of the upper part of such lens. The upper part of bifocal lens will be diverging. Upper part of bifocal lens is diverging. Okay, so this is about answer B. Next question number 26. Name the term used for the material which cannot be broken down by biological process. Give two ways by which they harm various components of an ecosystem. So the answer is name the term used for the material which cannot be broken. Those are the non-biodegradable substances. Non-biodegradable substances which cannot be broken. Give two ways by which they harm various components of an ecosystem. Okay, the two ways are the first one is they are inert and they remains in environment for long time and which cause pollution, and second one which cause biological magnification also, and third one affect the fertility of soil. Okay, soil fertility, and it affect the biological magnification, and they remains for long time and which cause the pollution. This is the first reason. So these three reasons you can write, right? So come to the question number 27. Sodium metal is stored under kerosene oil. Why? The answer is when sodium metal reacts vigorously with air. So to prevent that reaction, we kept it in oil, right? Sodium metal is stored under kerosene oil. Why? Because when you kept it in open, they can catch fire with the oxygen present in atmospheric air, and which causes fire, and which catches fire. So we need to kept under kerosene oil. Next, B. Some metal oxides are soluble in water. What are the aqueous solutions of these oxides called? Write one example of such solution. Example is sodium oxides. Okay, sodium oxide Na2O. When you dissolve in the water, it's soluble in water and form NaOH, potassium hydroxide. Okay, and KOH also, K2O also. K2O when you dissolve in the water, so it will also give potassium hydroxide. Corresponding hydroxides bases you will get. So and also we call it as alkalis. Write one example of such a solution. We have written that. Okay. Next one is Question number 27 next C is, at ordinary temperature the surface of metals such as magnesium, aluminum, zinc is covered with a thin layer. What is the composition of this layer? State its important. The composition of this layer is respective metal oxide. It prevents the metal from the further oxidation and protects the metal surface. And magnesium form magnesium oxide, aluminum form aluminum oxide, and zinc will form zinc oxide. And this oxide layer prevent the further oxidation. Okay, you need to write this answer. Next question number 28. It is observed that calcium on reaction with water floats on its surface. Explain why it happens. Also write a balanced chemical equation for the reaction that occurs. What happens when the aqueous solution of the product of this reaction reacts with carbon dioxide gas? Write a balanced chemical equation of the reaction. Okay, so bubbles of hydrogen gas is formed. So when calcium, when it is dissolved in the water H2O, so what will you get here? You will get calcium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Okay, and these bubbles of hydrogen gas stick to this calcium, and which make calcium make it lighter and then water. Because of this reason, so the calcium floats on its surface of water. And when this calcium hydroxide react with the water, what happens? In the next question they asked, what happens when the aqueous solution of this product of reaction reacts with carbon dioxide gas? So when it is react with the carbon dioxide gas, it will form milky white precipitate due to formation of calcium carbonate. Okay, so you need to write this equation. Okay, next question is 29. List any two contraceptive methods practiced only by women. Mention how these methods work. So contraceptive methods are oral pills or chemical method. Change hormonal balance so eggs are not released. And loop, copper tea also they can use. So first one is oral pills, and this is a chemical method. And another one is a loop or copper tea. Okay, so copper tea also they can use, so which prevents the pregnancy by checking the entry of sperms through the vagina. And another method is surgical method. Okay, the surgical method, it does not allow egg to reach the uterus. These three methods you need to write here. Now write the two roles why the two roles performed by the testes in human males, that is formation of sperms, secretion of hormone testosterone. So the two roles performed by the testes in the human males are formation of sperms and secretion of hormone testosterone. Okay, you have to write these two reasons. Next, give reasons for the following. Question number 30. Alveoli in lungs are richly supplied with the blood capillaries. Yes, to facilitate efficient exchange of gases. The answer is to facilitate efficient exchange of gases. Next, second question. Respiratory pigment in the blood takes up oxygen and not carbon dioxide. Yes, because it has high affinity towards oxygen. That is the answer. During anaerobic respiration, a 3 carbon molecule is formed as an end product instead of CO2, carbon dioxide, in human beings. So why? Because lack of oxygen, it does not oxidize glucose completely and form a 3 carbon molecule, that is lactic acid. So you will get your lactic acid. Means the reason is lack of oxygen, the glucose does not oxidize completely and forms the 3 carbon molecule or lactic acid. Okay, so next question number 30b. Name the movement that occur all along the gut in human digestive system. How do they help in digestion? The movement name is peristaltic movement. So muscles contract rhythmically in order to push the food forward in a regulated manner to be digested properly. Next question number 2 is, where is the bile juice is stored in human body? List 2 roles in bile juice. The answer is, that is gallbladder. The bile juice stored in gallbladder. what are the two roles, and it breaks down the fats, and also it makes the acidic medium and alkaline. Okay, it makes acidic medium into alkaline, and also it breaks down the fats. Next question number 31a. Define the term power of accommodation of human eye. Write the name of the part of eye which plays a major role in the process of accommodation, and explain what happens when human eye focuses nearby objects and distant objects. Okay, so your answer is the ability of the eye lens to adjust its focal length is called as accommodation of human eye. Okay, so next one answer is write the name of the part of eye which plays a major role. That part is ciliary muscles. Because of ciliary muscles, it can adjust its accommodation, and explain what happens when human eye focus nearby objects. The first one answer is while focusing on nearby objects, ciliary muscles contract, eye lens become thick, and its focal length decreases. Okay, then second one is distant objects. While focusing on distant objects, ciliary muscle relax, eye lens becomes thin, and its focal length increases. So this answer you have to write. Draw a ray diagram to show the formation of rainbow in the sky formation. Mark A where dispersion of light occurs. So okay, so now you see this is the circle. Okay, so this is the circle. Yeah, so just I am putting here. Now what happens here? When sunlight falls like this, the dispersion of light takes place, right? Dispersion means splitting of light takes place. So this light like this it can split. Okay, so light split into two ways, right? Now B where internal reflection of light occurs. So here the dispersion takes place at A, and this is the region the B where internal reflection takes place like this. Okay, the light get internal reflection like this. Okay, next finally at C where refraction light occurs, then bending of light takes place here. So you will get like this. Okay, so this is a bending of light happens like this. Where refraction of light occurs, list two necessary conditions to observe the rainbow. The two necessary conditions are presence of tiny water droplets in the atmosphere, and second one is position of sun at the back or behind the observer. Okay, so these are the two necessary conditions. Next one, question number 32. Define the term solenoid. Draw a pattern of magnetic field lines around a current carrying solenoid. State how this magnetic field can be used to magnetize a piece of magnetic material like soft iron. Now you have to draw this figure, solenoid figure. Okay, so solenoid figures you have to draw like this, and this both ends connected with the ends of the battery, and which behaves as magnetic field. Okay, so like this you have to draw. Then next field like this, just you put the arrow marks from north direction to south direction. Okay, so north direction to south direction, it is also north direction, sorry, north direction to south direction. Okay, you have to draw like this solenoid. So you have to what is the define the term solenoid. Solenoid means a coil of many circular turns of insulated copper wire wrapped closely in the shape of cylinder is called as solenoid. Draw a pattern we drawn here. State how this magnetic field can be used to magnetize a piece of magnetic material like soft iron. A strong magnetic field produced inside a solenoid which can be used to magnetize a piece of soft iron kept inside it. You have to write like this. Okay. Next question number 33. Use of pesticides to protect our crops affect organisms at various trophic levels, especially human beings. Name the phenomena involved and explain how does it happen. Okay, that phenomena we called as biological magnification or biomagnification. So Here you have to write pesticides are washed down into the soil and water bodies. First point. Second point, from the soil pesticides are absorbed by the crop plants along with water and minerals and enter into the food chain, and these chemicals are non biodegradable and get accumulated progressively at each trophic level. As human beings occupy the top level in any food chain, the maximum concentration of these chemicals gets accumulated in our bodies, and this is we called as biological magnification. Okay. Next question number 34. Distinguish between the hormonal coordination in the plants and animals. Okay. By simple diffusion and transported through blood in the target organs, and in case of plants you have to write like this, in case of animals you have to write like this. Okay. How that hormonal coordination takes place in the plants? By simple diffusion. How the hormonal coordination takes place in animals? This takes place through blood to target organ. Okay, blood to target organ, the hormone coordination takes place, and for this no specialized glands are required in plant cell, but in animal the transported the hormone released by endocrine glands. For this one specialized gland is there, so that name of the gland is endocrine gland. In case of plant there is no specialized gland is there. And how the hormones diffusion takes place? This is by simple diffusion it takes place. In animals it takes place from the blood to organ, target organ. Okay. Which part of the brain is responsible for the intelligence? That is cerebrum or forebrain. Okay. So next second one is and riding of bicycle. This is also cerebellum, hindbrain, and vomiting, medulla, hindbrain, and controlling hunger is responsible the brain. Which brain is responsible for controlling hunger? That is hypothalamus. Hypothalamus, or we can call as forebrain. Hypothalamus, or we can call as forebrain. Next question number 34. What are the tropic movements? What are the tropic movements? Give an example of plant hormone. What are tropic movements? Give an example of plant hormone which inhibits the growth and promotes cell division. The answer is abscisic acid. Abscisic acid, and which inhibit the growth of the plant. And the cytokinin, it is a hormone which promotes the cell division in the plant. Explain directional movement of a tendril in pea plant in response to touch. Name the hormone responsible for this movement. So when the tendrils come in contact with any support, oxygen move away from the point of contact of the support. More growth occurs on the side away from the support. As a result, unequal growth occurs on its two sides, and those tendrils coil around the support. The answers are, name the hormone, that is, the answer is auxin. Upper half of a convex lens is covered with the black paper. Draw a ray diagram to show the formation of an image of object placed at a distance of 2f from such a lens. Mention the position and nature of the image formed. State the observable differences in the image obtained in the lens is uncovered. Give reason to justify your answer. Okay, the answer is, so let us say, and this is a what is the lens it is? This is a convex lens, and you draw the principal axis which passes through the convex lens, and let us say this is f1 focal length, and this is 2f1, and this is f2, and this is 2f2. Okay, in the question they given that So half of the pot is shaded, means you covered with this, yeah, just this pot is shaded, means the ray is not passing through above of this pot. Okay, you shade this pot, and the ray, suppose let us say the object is we kept at 2f1. Now you see the rays are passing through the optical center. So this is optical center. See, this is the ray which is passing through the optical center, and one more ray you pass it. The ray which is passing through a focus, after refraction it becomes parallel. Now you see these two rays are meeting at here, at the in between the point f2 and 2f2, and you will get the image here. Okay, so when you place the object at C, you will get the image at 2f2. So let us say this is 2f2 point, this is a 2f2. You will get the image at 2f2. That means at the other side of the lens you will get the image. Okay, so this is inverted image you will get. Okay, so you will get the image like this. When the upper half of lens is covered, the position of image at 2f on the other side of the lens, and nature of the image is real and inverted. So what type of image you will get here? Real and inverted image you will get. Okay, and come to the question here. Give reason. One more question is there here. An object is placed at a distance of 30 cm from the optical center of a concave lens of focal length 15 cm. Use lens formula to determine the distance of the image from the optical center of the lens. Okay, so here given that lens focal length value given 15 cm and the object distance given 30 cm, we need to find the image distance. Then how do you find the image distance? Now you see here u value given minus 30 cm, right, and focal length value given here minus 15 cm, and we need to find the image distance. So what is the lens formula? 1 by v minus 1 by u equal to 1 by f. So we need to find the 1 by v value. Minus 1 by u, you take it this side, it will become plus 1 by u. So minus 1 by 15 minus 1 by 30. Okay, so make it rationalization, so that is minus 2 by 30, take the LCM. Okay, this is equal to minus 3 by 30, so which is equal to minus 1 by 10, and 1 by v is equal to minus 10 centimeters. So this is the image distance. How much it is? That is minus 10 centimeter. Okay, and move on to this question. Question number 36. Give reason why carbon can neither form C4 plus cation nor C4 minus an but from covalent compounds. Already you know that carbon valency, what is atomic number of the carbon? Yes, already you know that atomic number of the carbon is 6. Okay, means it has 2 electrons in first orbit and 4 electrons in second orbit, right? So to get 8 electron configuration, it requires 4 more electrons. So if carbon gains 4 more electrons, the charge of the carbon becomes C minus 4, right? And that means it gains 4 electrons, means the number of electrons become 10 electrons, and the number of protons remains same, that is 6 protons. Okay, if carbon gains 4 electrons and these 6 protons cannot hold the 10 electrons, so it is very difficult. Okay, so it would be difficult for the nucleus with 6 protons to hold the 10 electrons. So does it shades the electrons? Now suppose if carbon loses these 4 electrons, then carbon will get plus 4. For taking 4 electrons, or it requires large amount of energy and it cannot form. Okay, so carbon cannot form cation also, because removal of 4 electrons from a carbon atom, it would require a large amount of energy, so and it cannot form. Means then how this carbon overcome this problem? By sharing of electron with other compounds. Okay, so that means here it shares electrons to form the covalent compounds. Okay, so you have to write this answer and come to the here. Next one, what is homologous series of carbon compound? Write the molecular formula of any two conjugative members of homologous series of aldehydes. You have to write the homologous series of aldehydes. What is homologous series? A series of compounds in which the same functional group substitutes for hydrogen in a carbon chain, or series of compounds having the same functional group and similar chemical properties are called as homologous series. Okay, then you have to write one example for the aldehyde. So first series in the aldehyde is formaldehydes, HCHO, and next one is CH3CHO, and next one is C2H5CHO. Okay, so in the place of hydrogen just you substitute here CHO group, aldehyde group, right? So like that you can continue C3H7CHO, right? And these are the successive series of aldehydes. These are the conjugative members, right? Draw the structure of molecule cyclohexane. The molecule cyclohexane is look like this. Yeah, this is a cyclohexane molecule, means it has a 6 carbon atoms with the 2 hydrogens. Okay, these are the 6C6H12. Each carbon atom has how many hydrogens here? 2 hydrogens, and this is the structure of cyclohexane. Okay, so next come to the question number 36b. Name the commercially important carbon compound having functional group OH and write it molecular formula. That is the commercial important carbon compound having functional group is, that is OH, right? Ethanol. So what is the functional group? It is ethanol, C2H5OH. And what is the name of this compound? That is ethanol. And write its molecular formula. The molecular formula of the ethanol is C2H5OH. Okay. Next, write chemical equation to show its reaction with the sodium metal. Then, if ethanol reacts with the sodium metal, it liberates hydrogen gas, and also it forms sodium acetate, that is C2H5ONa. Along with this, hydrogen gas is liberated. When it is react with excess of sulfuric acid, now you see C2H5OH on reaction with concentrated H2SO4. This is a dehydrating agent. So after removal of water from the ethanol, it will form ethene molecule. Along with this, water molecules also formed. Now next, in third question we have your ethanoic acid in the presence of an acid catalyst. Now when ethanoic acid, if it is react with any acid catalyst like acetic acid, CH3COOH, okay, this is the reaction of esterification. You will get here CH3COO, C2H5. Along with this, water also formed, right? So now if ethanol is oxidized, okay, if ethanol is oxidized, so ethanol is oxidized in presence of acidified potassium dichromate, so that is K2Cr2O7. Then this ethanol becomes ethanoic acid, so it will form ethanoic acid, C2H5COOH. These are the some reactions of ethanol, right? Now come to the section E. Question number 37 to 39 are case based, data based questions with 2 to 3 short subplants. Internal choice is provided in one of these subparts. Asexual reproduction involves a single parent to produce offsprings without the formation of gametes. It occurs by the following ways: fission, budding, fragmentation, spore formation, and regeneration. In one of the methods like regeneration, planaria A is cut horizontally into the 3 species L, M, N, and planaria B is cut vertically into 2 equal halves O and P. Which of the cut pieces of two planaria could regenerate to form a complete organism? So the answer is yeah just so the answer is all cut pieces of the two planaria will form a complete organism. In both cases you will get the new planarias. Okay, this is it may be horizontal or it may be vertical, there is no problem. In both cases you will get the new planarias. And the second question we have here, give an example of another organisms which follows the same mode of reproduction in planaria as planaria. So that is hydra. Okay, so the second one is example for us, hydra. What is the meaning of development in regeneration? Regeneration means specialized cells which facilitate to make a large number of cells. This mass of cells change to make different cell types and tissues. These changes takes place in an organized sequence and is called as development. Okay, so the next one is differentiate between the regeneration and fragmentation. So what is regeneration and what is fragmentation? In regeneration, specialized cells proliferate to form new cells which multiply and form a new individuals. In fragmentation, each fragment grows cell to cell division to form a new organism. Okay, so the next question number 38. When electric current flows in a purely resistive circuit, electrical energy gets fully converted into heat energy. Means here electrical energy is converted into heat energy. The amount of heat produced H in the circuit is found to be directly proportional to the square of the current I square, the resistance R of the conductor, and the time for which the current flows. In other words, H is equal to I square RT. Electrical devices such as an electric fuse, electric heater, electric iron, etc. are all based on this effect called heating effect of electric current. Okay, and list two properties of heating element. The first property is higher resistivity than pure metal, and the resistivity of these alloys are very higher than pure metal. Okay, so the next one is list two properties and also they do not oxidize and burn at high temperature. Okay, the second one is they do not oxidize or burn at high temperature. Next one, B, list two properties of electric fuse. The electric fuse is work based on heating effect of electric current. So when high current flows through this electric fuse in circuit, accidentally the fuse wire melts and it breaks down the circuit and it breaks the circuit. Okay, so name the principle on which electric fuse works. So already electric fuse has two properties. It has low melting point and it works based on high heating effect of electric current. The name the principle on which the electric fuse works. Yes, that is heating effect of electric current. Explain how a fuse wire is capable of saving electrical appliances from getting damaged due to accidentally produced high currents. Yes, already we told you. When high current flows in the circuit, suddenly the fuse wire melts and breaks the circuit. Okay, so you have to write that answer. The power of an electric heater is 1100 watts. The potential difference between the two terminals of the heater is 220 volts. Find the current flowing the circuit. What will happen to an electric fuse of rating 5 amperes connected in this circuit? So here P equal to 1100 watts, right? So power of the device is 1100 watts. Voltage is how much here? 220 volts, and we need to find the I. So what is the relation? Which formula gives the relation between the P, V and I? So that is what? P equal to VI, right? So use this formula. Then I equal to, we can write as P by V, where P is 1100 watts and V is 220 volts. So 1100 by 220, how much you will get here? That is 5 ampere. Okay. So what will happen to electric fuse of rating 5 ampere connected in this circuit? So it's allowable current is 5 ampere. So nothing will happen to this electric fuse. No effect on the fuse of 5 ampere rating. Then this is the allowable limit only. Okay. So next question number 39. Salts play a very important role in our daily life. Sodium chloride, which is known as a common salt, is used almost in every kitchen. Baking soda is also a salt used in a faster cooking as well as in a baking industry. The family of salts is classified on the basis of cations and anions present in them. Identify the acid and base from which sodium chloride is formed. Okay, the sodium chloride is formed from acid HCl, okay, and base is NaOH. Okay, from this HCl and NaOH the sodium chloride is formed. Find the cation and anion present in calcium sulfate. So in calcium sulfate the cation is Ca plus 2, anion is SO4 minus 2. Sodium chloride and washing soda both belong to the same family of salts. Justify the statements. Okay, salts having same cations but different anions belong to the same family of salts. Means both are having sodium salts only. In sodium chloride, sodium plus cation is there. In washing soda formula is Na2CO3. In this salt also we have the Na plus cation, and both salts belongs to sodium family. Okay, and both have the Na plus cations. So you have to write like this. Next question we have here. Define the pH scale. Name the salt obtained by the reaction of potassium hydroxide and sulfuric acid, and give the pH value of its aqueous solution. So what is the pH? A scale for measuring hydrogen ion concentration in a solution is called pH scale. So the answer is, when you mix these two, when potassium hydroxide reacts with sulfuric acid, what type of salt you will get here? That is potassium sulfate, which is K2SO4, and both are strong, right? This is strong base, potassium hydroxide is strong base, and sulfuric acid is strong acid. So the combination of strong base and strong acid gives neutral salt. Okay, the K2SO4, the what type of salt it is? Neutral salt. And what is the pH of neutral salt? That is 7. So pH is equal to 7. This is the neutral salt. Okay. Okay, this is your paper 2024 explanation. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe Samyansa channel. Bye. Have a nice day.